the beginning, you will be able to fully customize them. This customization includes all of the physical attributes, as well as gear, equipment, or even full costumes. Your teammates can be tweaked just as much as your main character. Just like Nomad, your teammates will adapt and react to the world of Aurora and its environments, and they will always follow your own behavior. If you decide to go stealth, they will equip silencers and crouch, or go prone when possible. But if you decide to go loud and open fire, they will stick by your side. When deployed, you can issue different orders to your teammates through the order wheel. There are 4 different orders you can give to your teammates. You can tell them to regroup on your location, to hold their current position, to go to a specific location, and to open fire on nearby enemies. These orders can be given at any time, even through your binoculars and drone. Once they approach potential threats, the teammates will notify you and mark them automatically. With a good look at your enemies, you will be able to set up a sync shot where each of your teammates picks a target. You can even link it to your 3 sync shot drones for a simultaneous 7-target takedown. The teammates have weapons equipped at all times, a versatile assault rifle to accommodate all situations, and a primary weapon that you will be able to fine-tune. Indeed, apart from mark upgrades and passive bonuses, the full gunsmith is accessible to your teammates, and their weapon of choice will have a direct effect on the battleground. Depending on the type of weapon they have equipped, the teammates will adapt their engagement distance and rate of fire, from close distance shotgun wielding all the way to long-distance sniper shots. Of course, if you get taken down, your teammates' priority will be to try and rescue you. To achieve that, they will first focus their fire on the surrounding enemies before getting to you. And they will expect the same from you, especially as you will be able to carry them to safety if the situation requires it. Finally, the teammates will also be your best allies in any vehicle, especially on the road and during high-stake pursuits. The teammates will be available for all solo Ghost Recon Breakpoint players on July 15th, and we cannot wait to see your reactions. We'll see you on the battlefield, Ghosts.
My thing is just not fucking low. Oh my god, my computer's trash, guys.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
Well, I mean, you have like one of the first IBMs.
I'm Grace from the Ghost Recon team. As you've just seen, the AI teammates are finally landing in Ghost Recon Breakpoint with our next major update on July 15th. Alongside the AI teammates, this update comes with a ton of new content, including a gunsmith upgrade, new PvP content, quality of life updates, and more. You'll be able to try it all during our next free weekend from July 16th to July 20th. But that's not all. We've got one last thing to show you. Enjoy, and we'll see you on Aroa, Ghosts.
About 4 minutes until the main event starts. Ubisoft was kind of looking for some indie games. This is smart, actually. They got like a pre-show. Get all the stuff.
Sentinel's illegal occupation of Aroa.
The main event stuff.
We call all of Aroa to join us.
Hey, what's up, Dylan? Hey, what's up, Dan?
Separated, Sentinel wins.
What's good, everyone? What's good? What's up, Ataki, bro? You're the Ataki in the Discord chat, and he still types out what's up, everybody.
I know. I mean, I should.
This is the only time he actually watches our stream.
When he's on, bro. He likes to watch himself.
Wonder why. Oh shit! Sorry, bro. I had that.
It's because I have so much to do anyway in the real world.
I mean, yeah, you were my
with a lot of us
last
anyway
week on the podcast. Okay.
Yeah, well, I may go to Jay's all the time.
Oh look, Ubisoft Battle Royale.
Ghost Recon.
And now our very final video for this pre-show is another episode of our wow moments compiling the craziest and coolest clips from you, our players.
We say some shit.
You guys are bitches.
Yeah, today, I didn't see the notification until it was
Oh, what's this game? Is this
Steep, is it? Yeah, Steep.
Steep?
Oh, is it finally coming up?
Anyone else want to try to do better than that?
Bro, I forgot all about that game.
They got canceled.
Far Cry 5.
I've never been a Far Cry fan, honestly, bro. That's just like whatever game. I'll post it in everyone's channels. Live. That's an old game though.
Yeah, this is fine.
We'd appreciate it if you guys would please host the stream. We'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for the host. Well, what's this?
Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla. Siege.
All friends. Smash,
Rainbow
bro.
Six Siege, bro.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Interrogate.
I
you can interrogate this guy though. Oh, okay.
What the fuck are they doing?
I think I posted in everyone's servers.
Hey.
Last stop standing.
Shout outs to the 10 viewers. Appreciate you guys coming through. Disrespected podcast, live reaction. The whole fam is in here and doing a live reaction. You all in the voice chat. You guys are in our server. You guys want to join? Play during the crew.
For Honor? What the fuck? That game dead as fuck.
The game is on Lifeline when it first came out, though, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people are playing that.
Yeah, but that was like 2017.
So there's a line that people want me to yell, but the execution's bad.
Want to be part of the stream, son? Come here.
But I can't usually do it
Hey,
because I'll freak out my neighbours. But as you can see,
I'm gonna mute myself for a hot second while I search for my
there's
thing.
no one
Hold on
too
1 second.
close.
Hey,
So
bro, keep it that way.
reloading! Someone told me I gotta go.
Man, what you man? That phone is.
What about my fro, bro? I know it looks like a hot mess right now, bro.
That's a sexy ass fro you got on your face, bro. Now he humble bragging about how he looks.
Oh my goodness, you did that on an actual guitar? What a god.
Oh wow, unnatural. Submit your clips wowmoments.ubisoft.com.
If you also have amazing gameplay segments you captured from our games, spread the joy and submit
Thanks
them
for
on the
dropping
link
that
displayed on
link,
your screen right now.
Fireblast. Appreciate it, bro.
Alright guys, it is time for us to wrap up this pre-show.
Don't forget to stay tuned for our post-show featuring a deep dive into the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Thanks a lot for watching this
Okay, I think
pre-show
I
and
got
enjoy
it.
Ubisoft
Up and
Forward.
going.
I think you just watch it, I think. I think you as long as you log
Oh shit, we're about to start.
watch it, you should be you should get the drop.
Goal. Three. Oh!
Shout outs to Fireblast. He's a
Oh, I think I'm behind.
This is Ubisoft.
Shout outs to Fireblast.
This is Ubisoft.
Yeah, I'm fucking behind. They're just now wrapping up the pre-show for me.
See the games.
Join us.
Yeah, 9, 8, 7. Yeah, I'm hella behind.
How long is this?
How long is this? I think about an hour.
Refresh the timer. It should.
Hi everyone, I'm Nirma Kumar, and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first Ubisoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Magid. Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
I don't know, guys. I'm not like
Yusuf, but
super
there's no
excited
time
for
to
stuff
waste.
that's
So let's
coming
head
out of this
straight for
thing.
the
I'm
streets
just
of
gonna,
futuristic
unless
London.
it's Rayman or
See what the
Prince of
hackers
Persia,
and
I
dead
usually
get
don't give a
into.
shit about Ubisoft stuff. Just keeping it real.
No, you've never seen that.
Yeah, you're probably
Illegal
right.
paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several people as was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminal suspected to
Watch Dogs 3, bro.
Oh, it's actually based in London this time. Not an actual game.
You guys can't like hear my shit, can you?
No, you're fine.
They didn't show this shit.
Authorities recommend not to approach.
No, this is not the
individual.
footage. This is just a.
First,
No,
I
no,
came
yeah,
to the foreigners, and I did not speak out because I was not a foreigner. Then they came from protesters, and I did not speak out
Control like all different.
because I was not a protester. Then they came for the journalists.
Shout out to the 12 viewers also.
But I did not speak out.
Hey, thanks for coming,
I
guys.
was not a
You guys-
journalist.
If you guys want, you guys want to host, go ahead.
And then they came for street artists. But I did
Were
not
any of you
speak
like
out
super into the previous Watch Dogs?
I like to watch
because I am not a street artist.
Ooh, I think.
Like,
I played the first one.
First one was. First one is fast.
I think both of them are.
2 was the best.
like a drone. Was this game like that?
Yeah. It did.
It kind of has to be futuristic for the premise of the game.
I mean, yeah, it can be like 18.
But it wasn't shown this stuff though.
Good TG. Stopping by.
Oh, what's up, TG?
Come on,
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me.
Let me shout out God real quick, bro.
And there would be no one left to speak for me.
Honesty gameplay, not
Look at the young nephew, always so chill. I wish he was always so chill. Ubisoft.
He's a good baby.
He is.
He loves Uncle Elton.
Sorry, Mitch.
He was.
Good, I'm good with kids. Hawaiian families are big. It's all your little cousins, nephews, your little sisters, and stuff like that.
Hey, he was feeding them all spam, bro.
Yes. He's such a good guy. I'm surprised. He's killing them. What's up, cuz?
I will say Hawaii has the best fucking food trucks, though.
Oh yeah, we got the Marble trucks.
Facts.
Well.
Now I want a Pokeball.
Welcome to the Resistance. There's a welcome
Real
gift
Pokeball.
for our new members.
Hawaii ones, not these ones up in the States.
Nah, I know.
It was a bloody...
Put avocado in it. Man, nobody in Hawaii puts avocado on their Pokeballs.
suspect has been identified as David Ford.
How much of the... It just started. This is the first one, Dang. Welcome to the stream, bro.
But is currently believed
Shout out to Dang too, another great mod.
People have been asked not to approach him.
PG is also another great
Authorities
mod.
advise all residents.
As well as Julio is also another god of a mod, bro.
Julio as well. Shout out to Julio. Dylan as well. They always do shout outs for everyone when they come through. So.
I'm Clint Hawking.
Clint has been a long-time creative force here at Ubisoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
I put God every time he comes up.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto Mielgo that was inspired by Watch Dogs Legion.
So shout out to the 17 viewers.
Looks at the game and the universe and the characters through his incredible artistic vision and visual style.
The city needs a resistance.
It's
like the film, Watch Dogs Legion tells the story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive change. You can literally recruit and play anyone who you see in the open world. You profile people that are interesting to you. You help them with their problem. You play their origin mission.
Just help me get do whatever you want. Sounds like a DedSec problem. Leave it to us.
I don't how you recruit them into your team, and then they become the heroes of the game and the stars of your story.
And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Please, think more underground.
You with Albion?
I'm tickled, but think more underground.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You're done.
And they make the story not only unique to them, but unique to you as the player and personal to you because they're heroes that you've chosen and invested in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd say take care of yourselves, stay safe. Welcome to the Resistance.
Are they gonna show actual more gameplay?
London town.
Here we go.
Modern metropolis.
This is actually gonna be
Built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Oh my god.
Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
All of them can be.
With London under attack by a mysterious
They
terrorist,
were at least talking about recruiting. You could pretty much
government
recruit
turns to a
whoever
private
you
military
want.
company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass,
Someone was saying
CEO
though,
of
on the
Albion.
podcast I was watching,
He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
worried about the story.
Understand this.
Why am I not
will not
surprised that
allow
it's a white guy that's in charge of the police
Not
force,
even
bro?
myself will jeopardize this.
He will stop at nothing to permanently control the city.
London will be the first city in the world to be made true.
Fucking they're beating the shit out of you.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city. Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London. She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep
don't wanna play
track
the
of
new
my
one?
She's the one that lost it.
merchandise, didn't I? You made me a slave.
You do not want to ruffle her feathers. With the city out on its arse, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
They go like, he said like,
This game would be better if it wasn't based in London.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking streets can be recruited into your team.
Last year's preview.
Like him.
Go and watch it now, bro.
Or even her.
they pulled the exactly like they did
Anyone
in
can
the
become your next secret weapon. In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes.
Ubisoft's a European country. What do you expect? Yeah, they would be something European.
They were in the US the last 2 games, so it makes sense that they would.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever.
Oh,
but as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy.
He's bodying this guy with the wrench, bro.
He can even call his own cargo drone.
Yeah, you could construction work on everything.
Most of the games are shown like
Perfect for gate crashing when you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a
is that a nail gun?
He's got a nail gun. Oh, is that like a taser? Oh no, it isn't.
That's a nail gun.
Oh, he's got a nail gun.
Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Like 2 years ago. Gameplay already shown?
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your
just killing
distance,
people with a nail
got
gun.
you covered.
For sure, left.
I wonder what the range on
Amy is a
It'll show
drone
last year.
expert.
Yeah, for sure, left.
What have we here?
Yeah,
A real
it's
tech
good because most of
connoisseur.
like games are shown 2 or 3 years out before they're.
That's gonna be a
Hate
flex
spiders,
taking down.
but love this one.
What an adorable
spider.
creepy
Oh,
crawler.
Here we are. Let's class the face up.
I want to see how the next game.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast and stealthy.
It is pretty cool though. They got different parts of abilities. So you can tackle the missions
She can
differently.
also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor.
Yeah, you got choice of whoever.
And if you're not into direct confrontation, there are more ways
What
than
the fuck
one to
happened to
get the job
Beyond Good
done.
and Evil 2? Like that just they showed a teaser for it and then they just
Recruiting an
fucking
Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging.
You know what?
It'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However,
everyone
do
loves
anything
Albion, but
suspicious
they
and you'll
finally gave it
probably
to
wind up with a bullet in the back of her head.
they're all Plexicons and
Maybe like certain characters are best for a certain.
Yeah, look, it's like using an officer just.
Yeah, to
get
get
through
like the police department and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like they recruit anybody, so like if they
So
work
if you-
for the police.
Oh,
they
so you
just
just
pick
go
up
after
what's
them
going
and be like,
on.
oh.
Bro, it's just Pokemon technology version.
Criminals running our streets.
Oh, we gotta get a poker out for
Threatening
each
our
of the
families.
NPCs.
The police
Absolutely,
commissioner
bro.
himself. Assassinated
They
by
were just showing the
terrorists.
Pokedex.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
That's good. The buyers expect high quality stuff.
And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
Say hello to Mickey. The man lives for his team.
I put another hair on my chest.
And doesn't mind getting his hands dirty.
That dude just ran up on him. Damn! Oh, the head right there. That dude just got. Oh shit! Superman punched him. Yo, what the?
It does have a slight.
So funny, in any of these sandbox games, they never make any of the fighting look anywhere close to realistic.
Oh no, that was very like GTA fighting.
It's like a Steven Seagal fight.
You know what?
And it's like,
Let's go with someone a bit more professional.
Just fucking headbutt. It is like Pokemon. That's the criticism of Ubisoft games. Like a lot of their franchises are very
call him a
hero. He's trying to be like John Wick.
John Wick, bro.
Like literally, no one's shooting him while he's dodging.
I know,
like he's right in front of them. Like what?
Like they try to make it seem like, oh, this guy's badass, bro.
Okay, this is John Wick.
Not fucking dub.
Here's the bastard responsible.
It's because Ubisoft is a hell of fucking lame. That's
dusted.
Not bad, not bad.
But yeah, because they're fucking.
Especially since
Not everyone in London is a legendary assassin or a super spy.
They recycle the same
everyone can be a hero.
Oh shit, that's bro, the low blow? Oh bro, that's a wrestler.
So get out there, find the best recruits, and build your resistance.
Oh my god, fucking
It's time to take back London.
Watch Dogs Legion. October 29, 2020. October 29th.
Okay.
Plunging the player into a living, breathing city, teeming with unique locales and characters, has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
So what goes into building those worlds? Here's
I'm sure there'll probably be like a patch.
It's gonna be rough at launch, I think.
Delayed, probably. Watch.
They probably will.
I'm assuming before the install pieces are.
My name's
But I
Amanda
did say
Monks.
this year.
I'm
I
a
made
level artist on Watch Dogs Legion at Ubisoft
One
Toronto.
of the first games on next gen. Sure enough.
Being a level
Yeah, it's
artist, I
pretty
think, is
late
the
of this
coolest
year,
job
so-
in video games because we
I think
do get
we're
the
about,
freedom
like, the
to
install
kind of
bases
like
of the senior
pick and
consoles. They're
choose
gonna
what
grow, so
little
probably
details we want to depict, and
Mm-hmm.
we get ample
Like I said, I do like
opportunities
the fact
to
that
tell the
like,
stories
you know,
that we
like,
want to tell in the
wherever
spaces that
you
we're assigned to.
pretty much use their arsenal they have.
I
So,
have
like,
the
you see, like,
capacity to
the
hide
paintball
things
gun,
and, you know, like small little
out
Easter
the nail
eggs.
gun, bro. It's kinda cool,
In
like,
AC
shoot
Unity,
motherfuckers with a nail
there was a
gun,
boat
bro?
somewhere in the
We're
world
still
that was
talking
getting
about
attacked.
Watch Dogs.
What the fucking nail gun, bro?
And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2, and there may or may not be something in London that is a boat
Don't
filled
ever
with cats
remind
in
me
some
of that game,
capacity.
bro.
Hey, they remind me, bro.
I was fortunate enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London. No matter where I dropped in the city, they'd go, "Oh my God, this feels like Camden. You know, this feels like Suffolk. This feels like Westminster."
Oh, is that fair?
When people are talking about some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it, like that feels so good as somebody who, you know, builds these worlds.
That's the
with
one that
care.
can get to the Ferris
I love it.
wheel mainframe. Yeah.
Brawlhalla? Why, bro?
And now some news for Brawlhalla fans.
Brawlhalla,
In just
bro, we
a
out,
few
guys.
weeks,
Thank you
you'll
for
be able to
joining
battle it out
that's
with
it.
your
The
favorite legends
podcast
on
is also
iOS and Android devices.
You're also canceling the podcast.
Oh, look, they put Android and iOS.
Ramen?
3, 2,
Are they announcing new characters?
Oh, bro, she's also coming to
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Coming to iOS and Android? What?
Yeah.
Why?
Is it gonna be crossplay between the other class?
Yeah, you can crossplay, yep.
Wow, that's. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually kind of cool. Mobile gaming ew, but that's kind of
That's
cool.
great
Yeah.
for a game that I'm never gonna play.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like, I actually have Smash Bros, bro. I don't need that, bro.
That's kind of cool for people like Brawlhalla.
Whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go, or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy franchises in gaming, we've got you covered.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Probably 120 frames.
Crosswither and Bones are better than a
Might and
Switch
Magic Era
crossover,
of
bro.
Chaos. What's Might and Magic?
Oh.
It's like an old school PC game series.
Something the Titan likes.
Grade 7 points. What?
No, I'm not a fan of Might and Magic yet. I know people who are though.
What are you talking about? Is there a new game?
It's just like these mobile revival.
Oh, they revived it on mobile. Why was this in the pre-show?
Yeah, this should have been something pre-show, bro.
Yeah, but they got nothing else to show.
It does kind of show you that the industry is trying to push more towards mobile because
Yeah, they're
of
trying to make it
the
more of a B2B.
The user base is almost infinite.
Because Capcom said they've sold quite a lot on their digital stuff, haven't they, lately? Than physical.
Get it now. They don't even keep the QR code up long enough for people to actually like scan it.
The target is being held on the ground floor.
They keep it flowing there, so
Shinobu, I think he was talking about mobile.
What's up, you intelligent? What's up, nerd? Don't judge my hair right now, nerd. Please.
Don't believe him, bro.
His hair is of the god.
It's gone to your hair.
What is this?
Contact! Montaigne is down. Request air support.
Does look
Target
like
northeast
TF2,
rooftop.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Inbound, danger close.
With mobile gaming though, it's cheap to develop.
Another mobile game.
This is that mobile game, I think. Yeah.
This
is
like Rainbow Six Siege of Fortnite.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
The guy,
spend some
Sam
big-
is Splinter Cell?
Just another battle royale. Splinter Cell? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's
Oh, yeah.
what's his name?
Didn't they
Splinter
announce
Cell.
this last year?
Oh, that guy.
regret this.
Sam Fisher.
I forgot it. Yeah, Sam
Fisher, yeah, that was his name.
I think I remember.
Man, Ubisoft actually announced Squad.
Wow, you get a pistol.
Oh,
So you can look like
Speaking
you
of
can
Tom
be
Clancy, it's been
freaking...
5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched,
never mind.
and the
I thought they
community
were
has
about to
never been
talk
stronger.
about-
In celebration of this milestone, Ubisoft Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the amazing players
AKO,
and developers
this
that have helped
all
Siege become the game it is today.
Next up is Rainbow? Rainbow Six Siege.
More Tom Clancy shit.
Yeah.
Jay's favorite game.
In December 2015, a small team released Rainbow Six Siege, a game built on a strong vision, creativity, competitiveness, and team play.
Pour le joueur, le premier
Shout out to
épisode
the competitive team, though. That's
faut tout de
cool.
suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
I'm speaking on stream.
Man, when you asked me to join the Ubisoft conference, why did I say yes, bro?
And being at 1 year anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever, and more players today than we had in the past, it means
Could be sleeping.
to us.
But we also had our share of
Hello, William.
challenges.
Oh, what's up, bro?
Health
Oh,
that
he's
touches
muted
upon
himself.
subject like matchmaking, connectivity, all those
He's muted
aspects
and
are
he's
absolutely critical
He
to
muted
the
himself.
experience of the player.
Oh shit, I mean.
Through it all, we're always driven by
Oh, did they show him rubber banding in the...
and together, we grow stronger.
There is no sequel plan, and we're here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some time.
Yeah, he's probably the CIA spy. He's spying on us.
Tous les succès, c'est vraiment le résultat de autant de nous que de vous. Ce jeu, il est autant le vôtre qu'il est le nôtre, nous l'équipe.
Now 60 million players strong,
You know, I noticed a lot of
we're
companies
just
do
getting
nowadays?
started.
They like to pat themselves on the back by showing like different players streaming their game.
From the
and just
devs
saying,
that build
like,
the
"Yeah,
game
just had a dream.
to the community that plays it.
And we're just pulled it off, guys.
We're here for the gamer.
We're here for you. And they have like these videos. It's just like, I mean, I get it. You know, that's great, but it's just, I mean, I don't know.
If you haven't tried it yet, dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update available
thank
now
you.
and take Ace and
Hello,
Lucy
William.
out for a spin.
So, William.
A few days ago, we introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter.
Ubisoft is like the fakest.
Oh, they're
Now,
talking about
it's
Hyperscape
time to
now.
venture into the Hyperscape.
This is what Jay was playing a few days ago.
Yeah, I think it's out of. Is it still going on, or it ended already?
It ended. Watch your fire now.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, what? That was the beta he was playing?
Yeah, he was playing the beta. Yeah, it wasn't out yet. It was like a tech test.
I didn't really understand the game. It didn't look bad though.
No, graphically it looked pretty good.
What was that?
It looks pretty good, yeah.
In the hyperscape. That's not
Oh shit, does it have a story mode or some shit?
Let me get you all up to speed.
Damn.
This looks better than Watch Dogs.
Bro, did you see that? Like, like oh
everything
shit.
that we feared about our future started to come true.
That Black
We made some
Queen
good
was looking
decisions.
Yeah. Oh, bro, they had a fucking buy now.
Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions.
Please buy on my picture.
Buy it now.
So
2054, bro.
here we
This
are.
is before Watch Dogs.
10 billion souls
Nerd in here?
living in the crush of the mega.
Yeah,
Nerd's here.
Nerd's watching us here.
You didn't put Wii U and Gamer, bro?
The people at Prisma
What the fuck?
changed
Change it to your real name, bro.
Yeah.
You know, we want to shout out everyone from the podcast too while we at it.
They gave
Appreciate
everyone a
it.
way out.
Definitely go follow everyone.
Thank you, Fire Blast.
Shout out
In the
Wii U
hyperscape,
Gamer.
The biggest draw by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone
Crazy that
can
this
become
VR
someone.
really does look
Thank you,
better.
Fire
This
Blast.
Battle Royale does look better than what Watch
I know, right?
Dogs.
Oh snap! She got it. Yeah, sniping mid-air.
Hi, your name is D8 man, right on Twitch?
Yeah, 2 number 8. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ooh, can you get that power, bro? He just landed, bro.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately.
Definitely go follow everyone on the podcast.
Rumors of people getting hurt. Users
I know it's
disappearing
kind
from
of
the
early
real
to
world.
ask, but you know, do you guys think
A darker secret
that this
lies
will
at the heart of
battle at all with Fortnite?
And we have to find
I don't think
it.
It'll have its own thing. I don't think, because I mean, people say that about Apex when it first came. Oh, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and you know,
Apex
still has its own thing. Don't get me wrong,
New
but
way
it
all
really did.
together.
yeah.
Apex is
That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the hyperscape.
So it's not like a Fortnite killer that people were hyping up, you know, when it came
I'm JC,
out.
creative
But it still
director
has
of
its own
Hyperscape.
thing, though. I think
JC's
that'll
work
happen
on
with
Far Cry
Hyperscape
Primal
also.
and
It'll have
multiple
its own
Prince of
fan
Persia
base.
titles has established him as
Yes.
a top
They say
creative
that
here at
about, like, almost
Ubisoft.
every
For me, what's
popular
exciting
game.
is
weird, though. They
I
show
see
the
the
cutscene
limit
Mortal
from
Kombat
scratch,
gameplay with
seeing
you.
it grow, adding
Grandiose.
ideas.
I mean, Mortal Kombat
Final
was
Fantasy
trash.
VII.
Hello,
anyway,
contender.
bro. I mean,
Welcome to the hyperscape.
The game takes place in 2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown a little darker.
It's very killer popular.
One of the companies there, they are launching what's called the hyperscape, which is a virtual world, the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges.
Oh, they're talking about fucking Prince of Persia.
Within the virtual world, there is a battle
the
royale
story
that takes
goes,
place
I
in the virtual city of
They
Neo
mentioned it
Arcadia.
once.
Oh.
No, they're not showing.
Hey, we're
Then we also introduce a lot of new things.
I like that
get
building,
the
that church
opportunity
building,
to do
that
parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow.
We're gonna
much
talk
more
about
stressful.
Prince of Persia
You get
briefly,
to
but
go
we're
to
not
the
gonna fucking
landmarks
make
where
the
there's
game that
more
serious. No one likes that
opportunities
shit.
to get cool items, but also more players, so it's a
Buy
risk-reward
our
kind of deal.
microtransactions.
Hyperscape is
We
boring.
introduce the notion of hacks,
I don't know,
special
like,
abilities
people
that you can
would
pick up on the
play
fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself, you can
to
wrap
see
yourself
this
into a
viewer
ball and
count
bounce
go
around
down,
the
bro,
battlefield.
on Ubisoft.
So a lot of abilities that
just
let
watching it
you
climb,
have fun,
and I'm just
that are
waiting
toys
for
that you can
something.
play with.
I want to try it out before I judge it, honestly. So
And finally, it's made as a spectacle,
I think the
so all
characters
the
look
viewers
cool, though,
will
like
be
the-
able
you know,
to
like the
interact
wearing
with the
stuff
game
like
on
that.
different
Yeah,
levels
it's
through the
The
Twitch extension.
beta's open now, I guess.
So every few minutes,
Is it
there's going
open?
to be a vote, and viewers
Well,
will be
I
able
was-
to
there was a-
decide what
there was a
effect they
beta.
want to affect the
Maybe
whole
they're not-
battle.
they're
So
gonna
things
announce
like
it.
changing the
Wait,
gravity,
what is that?
infinite ammo,
Oh,
or stuff
so
like that. So players,
people
when this
watching it
happens,
can-
really have to adapt
can
to all
decide
kinds
what's
of
gonna
stuff that
happen.
is
Yeah.
happening.
There's like
That's
advanced-
pretty cool, but that doesn't seem like
For me,
that's
it's really
like
exciting
really
because right
sucks
now, as we speak,
competitive-wise, bro.
we're launching
Yeah,
the
they
beta,
want
to
so it's
imagine
gonna be
you're about to dome
available
somebody,
for,
bro, low
free-to-play
gravity,
for
bro, they
all
just
PC
fly
players
away, like-
worldwide. And I really want to thank all the players, all the
No,
streamers,
didn't
and all the
happen.
Your audience
viewers who
hates
participated in tech test and
Imagine the
participated in
players
the
like
beta.
watching the
Here's a
player
short
on the
glimpse
stream.
of what you can expect.
Oh, I know what you
Stream
do.
sniping to a whole new other level.
Albit's coming on console. It's coming on console right now, bro.
Watch and learn how it's done.
Already on PC.
Those are.
Yeah, they already created the
Showtime.
The game looks pretty ambitious for VR.
It's kind of weird because it's like I see a lot of like Fortnite with like the cartoon characters, and I see like Warzone.
Let's show them what I'm made of.
You see how the character's running with the pistol? It's like Destiny. That's like Destiny, you know what I mean?
Go
it's kind of like it's a mixture of everything.
It sucks though, it's because there's only 3 of them.
Yeah. Let's go. I'm like trying.
See, they
I
killed
like that
people
movement.
easy
He
with
jumped
that.
down and then he slid and he shot him and shit. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Here we go.
When Jay was playing, he couldn't kill anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just team play. I mean, he did die to a great
battle
fight
pass.
on stream last night.
Wait,
Are they opening up the beta again?
now?
Yeah, PC.
Open beta
July
July 12th.
30-tier battle
Today?
pass.
Yo!
Oh, July 12th.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool, yeah.
that was just. It was tweeted out
The
like 5
digital
minutes
world
ago.
of the Hyperscape gave our artists and
Download the
developers
PC
incredible freedom when it came
there's
to
a beta
designing
right now.
characters.
Production
Hyperscape.com,
manager
yeah.
Anna Maria Muska is going to take us behind the scenes of
I'll
characters.
go download on my PC right now.
No, you're starting to whine.
My name is Anna Maria
Check your
Muska.
next
I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on
He's
Hyperscape.
hungry.
We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to
I'm
our
stepping away
characters.
for a minute.
We switch different
just boring
outfits,
me.
different fashion statements, different tattoos, different materials until we see them as real individuals, as real people.
no, bro.
So
Yeah,
the
so,
second
I'll be
you
honest,
pick a
so far,
character,
it hasn't
you
really
see them
been
in game, you understand
How much
what
longer
their
does it have
motivations are
left?
and what drives them and what challenges
half
them.
hour.
Yep.
This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but even starting from the hair down, everything has been mitigated.
that was a pretty low bar
this
to
person
meet
actually
there.
liked
No,
this
that's-
episode.
William?
This person
Anybody
Hey,
could
Chris,
enjoyed
you
the type of tattoos that we put on
I
them.
will say,
They
bro,
actually like to be in
I
this
do like
body.
the character, how the characters look.
Each
Yeah, the
season, we
characters
plan
are cool.
to produce new
There's a
outfits
lot
for
of
these characters.
to it, bro.
Yeah.
So we're hoping some of our players are gonna
You think
see the
she's-
effort
she's
and maybe
like her
even
hair.
correlate some of the accessories to what's gonna happen in the game. We're very excited to see it in people's hands.
Very excited.
Oh, Switch beta open.
As we move into the next generation of
Switch
the game,
beta never.
Ubisoft has been
You mean
working
the
closely
pocket
with
edition?
console makers
The
to
pocket
take advantage
edition?
of all the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a little more.
Damn. Even more pocky.
Only playable on the
Bro,
Game
Phil
Gear
Spencer
Micro.
is everywhere, dude.
Bro,
With Watch
Phil
Dogs
Spencer
Legion,
is trying
Ubisoft
to
is
get
supporting
people to buy
smart
an Xbox
delivery.
Series
Oh,
X.
smart delivery.
So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series X,
That's kinda like
you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray
It's
tracing
60 frames per
to
second,
create
though.
an absolutely
It's a Series X
immersive version
I know,
of
that's the
London
thing.
like you've
But he
never
also said
seen
on any
before.
version of the Xbox, like, okay, what
Ubisoft
about
has a
the
unique
Xbox?
ability to
So this is
create
gonna be
immersive worlds,
Cross-plat
setting a new
between
bar that
generations?
continues to drive our industry forward.
There's a next gen
I'm a
version, so if you
huge
have it
fan
on
of
360
Assassin's
Xbox One,
Creed.
Xbox.
I love
and
the
you can
time
have it
I've
on Xbox
spent
One,
exploring the
bought it on,
world
like,
in
the
Assassin's
X,
Creed Odyssey.
and you ended up
And I
buying
can't
Series
wait
X,
for you to
price
see
is
the
$150 Series
gameplay
X,
from
and I'll probably
Assassin's
download
Creed
the
Valhalla
PS, the
that's
Xbox
coming up now.
Yeah.
Or just get like some big patch or something
Alright,
like that. To make
we
it
know you've been
video.
waiting to hear
Oh,
more about this
Valhalla?
game since it was announced back in April. And now it's time for a deep dive into the world of
Oh,
Vikings.
so 2 months later, we're finally getting the gameplay.
I'm the producer of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah,
So a
they're
couple
going
of
that,
weeks
bro.
ago, we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the reaction from the fans was just amazing. The time period of Vikings is really,
take that
really
back.
inspiring.
I told you, bro.
When we did our research, we found that, they were not mindless barbarians. Vikings were actually farmers trying to find new lands for them to settle. And so they had really human motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind of separate ourselves from the myths and the folklore is really something that drove us to make this game. The team went to Norway and England to take the same roads that the Vikings did, to really experience what it meant to be a Viking at that time.
He's wearing a Viking helmet, bro.
And then leaving Norway, which
trying
is
to play out their
barren
role
but
so they can make their
majestic,
game better.
and just coming by boat
How did Vikings
in
travel?
England and see those rolling green
That's pretty
hills
smart, actually.
full of sheep,
That's smart.
full of life.
That's smart, actually.
It's just this moment that
they actually go.
most likely
go to,
the
like, where they're-
Vikings
and experience,
felt
like,
as
how
well.
they
You need
experience
to
the culture
see
and
this
stuff like that,
land
yeah.
of opportunity,
cool.
Man,
and this is
at
exactly
risk
the
of sounding
feeling
like a Switch bitch,
we
like,
want players
there's been
to
some trash
experience in this
Nintendo
game.
Directs, but like at least like the most trash
It is
Nintendo
a
Directs
personal
like, got me
adventure.
excited
You know, it
at least
is the
about, like, a
story
couple
of Eivor, a Viking
I want to see how
chieftain.
the gameplay
Eivor is
Eivor
either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game.
Like they showed that.
They will have to leave Norway to settle in England because
Show
you just
me
can't live in
gameplay.
Norway anymore. There's too much political
I thought,
pressure,
like, Switch
no resources available.
Oh, wait.
Oh, damn it,
Obviously, in England, it's full of
like, wait,
Anglo-Saxons
Cinematic
and
is
other
kinda
people,
crazy. That
and
water
they
looks
don't
crazy.
really want
cinematics
to
look
there.
great.
So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your clan prosper.
And Lily, you are a Switch bitch, bro.
Lily, you definitely are.
Vikings were brutal warriors.
Oh, bro, look at those arrows. That's pretty sweet. That was sweet.
And
when
the
we saw
fact that they
last
were
year.
mastering a lot of weapons
Yeah, that
coming
4-second
from
clip.
the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system.
Oh man, show us gameplay, please.
To
Bro.
leverage
I think
the
they- well, I think-
brutality
the one
and
that
the
got
intensity
ported
of
to
Viking
Switch, it would be
combat.
portable there.
Will be
now.
this. Will be shown here.
Vikings
Probably, yeah.
were not only fighting face to face; they were masters
I
of
want this
stealth
game to
and
run at
deception when
140p.
needed. They used basically any sort of
I will
tactics
give
they
it
could
a
use
140p.
to win the
'Cause it would be
battle.
portable,
So
it
we
would be
want to
fine. I'd be
portray
okay
the
with it,
full
'cause it's
range
portable.
of
There, now I'm
combat
switching.
that you can
Oh, he's
imagine
gonna kill
coming
him.
from the
I
Vikings.
totally never seen this before. Oh wait, he had an assassin.
He had a hidden.
Finally, actually doing something.
We
with
are
the
very
assassins
happy to
after
finally
Odyssey.
be able to show
Finally
you the
using
thing
the
we've all
hidden
been
blade
working
again,
on.
bro.
Well, I mean, like I said,
Please
Odyssey was
enjoy
before
this
the
deep
Brotherhood
dive
was even formed.
into
Because
Assassin's Creed
Brotherhood was
Valhalla.
formed, the Assassins.
So it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Here we go.
Okay, in-game footage. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Frame rate looking kind of spooky already.
Damn, we just started, bro.
In-game
and the frame rate,
footage.
the frame rate's
Progress.
already
In
fucking.
Assassin's Creed
Ooh,
Valhalla,
that-
you will relive the
This is
epic
running on
saga
Xbox
of the
X,
Viking
Series
invasion
X.
of England.
That's what they said.
No, I'm just
November
joking.
17th.
You play as Eivor,
November
a Viking
17th.
from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the
Series
North
X,
Sea
Xbox
to the
One,
British
PS4,
Isles.
Stadia, and PC.
Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal.
Did you have to
to
bring
build
up
a thriving
Stadia, bro?
North settlement in a hostile
I have.
land.
Still bad framing from last.
Assassin with Vikings is almost like the level of like
I think this
Today we raid.
This is
Tomorrow we may build.
so.
This is the
England is a
gameplay
dark
Xbox.
age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and riches.
Frame rate that dips.
As you prowl England's rivers by longship, you may
Ooh,
raid
that dip,
locations you
though.
spot on the
Yeah,
shoreline.
that
Ground your ship
Yeah, I saw
and blow your horn to lead
I
your
will
raiding crew
convince
into battle.
Seeming like anything involving
Yeah, well, I love Assassin's Creed, but the gameplay.
Not gonna lie though, that UI was
Fire,
You have
Like how you walk
the,
off the boat, so like-
the abilities and stuff on the side too. That's pretty cool.
Your crew
Yeah,
will
but your
assist you
frame
in
rate
all
is
your
okay.
ways, fighting enemies,
Oh, it's like Switchfire.
battering down
fire
doors,
looks bad,
and
yeah.
stealing
Kinda, bro,
cargo
that
too
shit
heavy
is
for one set of
People are like
arms.
2 frames per second.
Whatever
Yeah,
riches
they did
your
work on-
resources
Bro, look at the
replenish
fire
may be
animation,
used to
what the
develop your
fuck?
settlement, giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the heart of your
Tech gen's
settlement is
already
the
doomed.
Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the
That shit
Allies'
kinda look like
work
Cassandra.
and a guide for future opportunities.
Like the hairstyle.
Oh yeah,
and
now I
shit.
was seeing the fire. That
The
looks
Viking
it looks
Age was a
weird.
time of warriors and legends.
We only have 5
In
enemies.
Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies
So it's Breath of
ever
the Wild?
assembled in an Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, did you see how it dipped?
Every archetype offers a unique
Oh,
challenge.
this cannot be serious.
Some will coordinate with their allies for
Bro, this
special
looks
attacks, while
That
others will use
fire
nearby
looks fucking.
objects
That
to
looks
their
like
advantage.
N64 fire from like
including the
Ocarina of
bodies of
Time.
fallen
Damn,
warriors.
damn. They
To
wanted
face
to take
these
something from
attacks,
Ocarina of Time.
you must find and
Pokemon got
exploit
the
your
trees,
opponent's
bro.
weaknesses
Assassin's Creed
to gain the
Valhalla.
upper hand.
Oh shit.
Take the
Oh, that's
fight to
kind
your
of. Oh, you can like
foes
charge
with
them.
a
Oh, that's
very
kind of cool.
brutal
That's
new
cool.
combat
that's
abilities.
kind of cool.
Snare them with a Viking harpoon.
The graphics look better. Oh,
Pummel
let's see
them
what
with
throwing
throwing
axe.
axes.
Oh, damn. Bro, did you see him with the last one?
That's
He just
clean.
New
Oh,
stun
his head.
system to keep them at a
two of his
distance.
hands, bro.
or finish them off.
You see the auroras on the sky and shit like that?
Yeah, but the frame rate's still bad. That's the problem.
No, those parts the frame rate was fine. It was earlier than the frame rate did being bad.
Maybe
you look right now.
Customize your fighting style as you see fit.
It's not the
and
stream,
become a
William.
legendary Viking warrior.
It could be the stream too, though. You never know.
No, it's like.
But man, that UI
all combinations of weapons are available
the combat
to dual wield,
including
two shields.
It is an X. It is running on an Xbox anyway. You can see the.
You know how like Mordor is like the image. Oh, you see him in decapitated?
Not all situations call for violence. In this new land, a Viking must find a way to
they're
adapt.
bringing back the blending, the patrol blending.
As Eivor is not welcome in England, you may need to outsmart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention in towns and bustling cities.
Like, hey, I'm just,
Use Eivor's hood and cloak to
They're
blend
kind of
with
dispelling
crowds
the stigma
and slip
that
past
Vikings
watchful
are just
eyes.
kind of brain
An
dead
unseen
fighters.
hunter among the people.
That's been dispelled by a lot of things recently.
Like, you can like pretend you're eating.
From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure.
Oh, they showed the forest area.
The snow looks dope. I like the
forage to replenish your health and fortify
Oh
your equipment.
no, not that. Oh, the legendary animals, bro. I'm not gonna.
Set pagan
Stonehenge?
temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement.
Wow.
Yeah, Stonehenge.
Yeah, that's Stonehenge.
The more you explore,
Oh, a recurve
the more of
bow? I
England's
remember
secrets you will reveal.
Oh, is that your eagle in this one? Oh shit.
Oh, wow. That's great.
I'm actually gonna.
But as you push deeper into England, the enemy will push back.
Oh, are you
In a
actually
series of climactic
invading a
moments,
fucking?
Assassin's Creed
Oh, with
Valhalla
all your
will feature
homies with you?
massive assaults
That's pretty
in which
cool.
you lead Eivor's army into
Battering
battle
ram, bro.
against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
No way.
Today we fight for your land.
That's how they do it in the back of the day.
We rebuild.
For a standard.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport you to wondrous and haunted regions inspired by Norse myths and England's
Is that like
pagan
Norse
roots. It will challenge
mythology? Yeah,
and
yeah,
surprise
Yeah, like
with unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic losses,
See the face of the
giving you
there.
the chance
It's weird, like.
to live your own Viking saga.
Oh damn! Did you see that? Bro,
X-ray effect, bro.
that was like an X-ray.
This is definitely not a first
That was kind of cool.
Some of them have much better than others.
Yeah,
They probably won't show it.
I feel like
Won't have it in game though.
I feel
I'm
like
copping, bro.
post-show.
Yeah, you already know I'm copping
I
it.
feel like some parts were
good.
like
It was
older.
Yep.
But like
Anytime you were in the
Group,
boat,
right?
anytime the frame
9th
rate was
century
really
England
spooky
is
while
truly
you were in the
unlike
boat.
anything the
Yeah.
franchise has seen
It looked
before.
like some parts were recorded
Assassin's
from,
Creed
like,
Valhalla
early, and
will
then the
release
later parts,
this
and then,
holiday
like, other parts
season
were,
on
like,
didn't they
Xbox
say
Series
stuff
X,
in, like, black
PlayStation
white
5,
went slower than,
Xbox
like-
One,
It did say it was like
PS4,
yeah.
PC,
just
and
in-game
Stadia.
And Switch.
We're close to wrapping up today, but before we go, our CEO,
No Switch,
Emo,
bro.
is here to share a few
Whenever
words.
someone brings up Black Flag, I always like think about that other game,
I hope
Skull
you
and
will
Bones
have
or whatever the fuck
enjoyed
it's called.
what you have seen today, and
Like, what
that
the
you
fuck
will
happened to
love
that
playing
game?
these games.
CST,
I'm proud of our team
see
for
rabbits in the back.
delivering an
No, Skull and Bones,
ambitious,
it was a different one.
broad, and creative
Okay.
lineup of games.
Oh, this is the CEO.
And we
He's,
haven't shown you everything
Gilmore,
yet.
I think his name
In
is.
fact,
like that, yeah.
we have a lot more to come.
Where's Far Cry?
So you
he's
will
old
have
now.
another
Still like
Ubisoft
19
forward
minutes, so-
to reveal
Yeah, we
even
got
more
about 20 minutes
about
left.
our upcoming games. But before
I hope they
ending
actually
this
show
show,
some new
we
games,
have
like
one
they
more
come
thing to
world,
share
also
with you.
Clue, I like your hair. I love you, nerd. So glad I finished work early for this. So there's gonna be one more announcement, I take it?
Yeah.
Unless this one's gonna be 20 minutes, but
Is that alligator?
This is Far Cry.
this is Far Cry 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Far
What's
Cry.
the dude from Breaking Bad?
Yeah, the
Bro,
voice,
this-
he's
this-
voicing one of the characters, right?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
would have been huge, bro. Unfortunately, bro.
Like for Ubisoft.
Even if it wasn't leaked, bro, I probably still.
Oh my god, this guy is so French.
No, I'm just saying, like in general, like people would.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, Far Cry.
Did you see?
Transitions are kind of clean.
Yeah.
They got some nice improvements over the other Assassin's Creed so far.
Yeah, the combat looks like the combat was fantastic.
It looked a lot smoother.
Odyssey, but like the combat looks even more improved, bro.
Refined.
From what I
Style, your fighting style, and
Yeah.
weapons
Especially that.
you
Yeah, the throwing axe. I like how it's actually like you kind of like carry your bow out now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just kind of like have an outlaw that you can walk with it. Just start shooting. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Is this gonna be the same shit over and over again now?
Maybe.
No, I mean like, Far Cry 6.
Far Cry. I mean, it'll be open world. You have like a bad guy that's
Far Cry
early, and they'll be like
rehashed.
And that's your characters.
Yeah.
The games are good, like from what I've heard. So
I heard 5 wasn't very good.
Liked
I heard
4
5 was mid.
I heard people like no, not 4, 3. 3.
Yeah, 3's
Three's
amazing.
good.
I played through that like once or twice. It's really
So
good.
where's this? Is this place
4 never
in
tried.
India?
5 I actually was gonna start playing actually. But
The expansion they did was, I don't know. I think it's terrible. The expansion they did.
I heard this, no, the
new one
expansion
until
was
that
mid
one's
too,
ready.
from what
It's
I heard.
only 3 hours.
But useless. I have something for you, dear.
Is this in India?
Give me
The city in India?
I'm not sure.
What I played of 5 seems okay.
Papa.
A fucking grenade, bro.
The grenade.
Dad gives you a
I
grenade.
started 5.
It has 4 basic
It
parts.
has like a lot of
The shell,
topical
which contains
stuff
the explosive.
going on now. So
The fuse,
interesting from that point of
the
view.
handle, and of course, the pin.
What are you doing?
Well, his dad really just gave him a grenade, bro, and like, oh yeah, you gotta hold on to that.
He
Simply
hold on
holds
to
the
it.
handle
He
in
pulled the
place.
pin on it. Wow.
Yeah.
It is only when you let go
It could
that
be a
this
dud, I
grenade
guess.
goes boom. Follow me.
Kid's scared out of his mind right now, bro. Like,
I'll throw that
bro.
bitch
Like,
right at him. Oh, here. Oh, it goes boom when you let go, bro.
Oh, he's holding on
I
to
am
him for
El
dear
Presidente.
life.
Which means
it's
that
funny
some
it's like that scene in like X-Men First
be
Class
El
where like
Presidente.
where Kevin Bacon just like wants
our
to put another
people,
grenade and it just absorbs
they
the
do not
fucking
know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you
that
love your
fuck?
heart,
You guys sticking around, chilling.
even if you want what's
Far
best
Cry
for
5
them,
had like,
if you only want to save them
Fight
from
cold.
themselves,
and this is like, it's gone back to a 4. No, 4.
they will hate you.
I think 4 was in like
Everything you say,
all
do,
the matters. I think
believe,
it's in the same period.
be wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
This
we're
is like
actually
in
a
India,
city.
right?
Yeah. It looks like it is in Zimbabwe.
Definitely India.
They had like Far Cry Primal between 4 and 5.
Our prime was
Like the
badass,
weird.
dude.
Yeah, I heard.
That prehistoric one.
Like this doesn't fit the aesthetic now.
They will answer you with screams.
Did anyone ever play Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon?
Yeah,
I heard that was.
A monster.
It'd be like
if you like the little cut
Give
something
you
like that.
this.
It has like a lot of like 80s like references.
yeah, it's more of a cheesy thing.
Yeah.
They have the literal RoboCop gun as one of the weapons you can have.
Are you
This
a monster?
It's fun.
Like a lot of the game, we kind of have a centralized idea of
Because our
revolution.
country
What I'm
is
seeing.
like this grenade, except it has 2 basic parts. Our people
Nah, I don't think
and you.
They don't look. Yeah,
And you
they don't look
must
tired.
clutch them nice and tight, or we all
It's like more like Indo.
boom.
But they really out here showing fucking scale.
Molotov scale.
They had it for an hour.
Pretty interesting trailer. I
Yeah,
will
like
say,
this
though.
is obviously most
Yeah,
likely the opening to the game.
I bet you you're that boy.
Yeah, you're that. Yeah.
When he
I'm
gets
sure.
older, yeah. 21.
Oh, February
Bro,
18th.
there's usually some like
Next year.
everyman person gets
It's caught up in the bigger kind of shit.
Is it gonna be like some Fallout 3 shit where like you start off the game's tutorials like you was a kid or whatever?
Ubisoft Forward.
They didn't show any gameplay whatsoever though.
Today we've seen the next generation of Assassin's
I like
Creed,
the trailer, but we didn't
the birth
actually
of
get to see any
resistance in Watch
gameplay.
Legion, the cyber chaos of Hyperscape, and the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
Maybe they'll have like one more.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft
Alright,
Forward filled with tons of games.
Oh, they're gonna have another Ubisoft Forward later this
those.
year.
So they're doing another game. They're doing another Ubisoft event.
Yeah, later this year.
Look at the graphics right here.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Ubisoft Forward Pro Show. My name is Yusuf McGee, and this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're going to take a deep dive into about 30 minutes of gameplay, and we're joined by a very special guest here.
Hey everyone, this is Philippe Belgeron, otherwise known as Fizz. I am the quest director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
So Fizz, we're setting up here for what looks like an epic encounter. Tell us exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, so here we're midway through the quest that we're showing for you before.
Yeah, the event was trash.
Here we're looking at the assault of Burg Castle. So these are big moments that usually sort of culminate at the end of the story. And so here Eivor, our Viking raider, is taking a group of raiders and Fyrds into Burg Castle
I think that's pretty. They're probably setting
go
out
and take down
it's still a work in
and
progress.
his clan.
So who exactly is Ruid, and why does Eivor sort of want to pick a fight with him?
Basically, Ruid comes into play about halfway through this story arc, where at the beginning of the arc, this is something that happened. Ruid basically caused a lot of turmoil within the territory, and Oswald, who's the sort of eldament to inherit this territory, needs your help to take him down. Oswald having just been defeated in a previous quest, and so here this is revenge, but also accomplishing your own goal.
You want like as you're talking, we're seeing some of the combat of Valhalla. Can you tell us a little bit about the changes to Samurai?
We wanted to basically add a lot of new mechanics to it. So we added like some dual wielding for the player, like a stun system in there, and we really needed to do this to sort of portray the brutality that comes with being a Viking. The Age sort of fits into that the time.
I like the execution animation.
Yeah, the execution.
Bro, she looked like she would fucking kick someone. Like, bro.
He lives.
Oswald
lives!
Eivor, is that you? Shut your ass, twig spine.
Here, Eivor has taken her entire army through the assault, and finally, it's revealed that our Elderman, our ally, Oswald, is still alive, and Ruid has him captive.
So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist?
The head animation.
Fighting over a filthy Saxon horse, son? This swine is your prize.
Shout out
Come and get him.
So we have seen that Oswald is alive. We have Ruid within our sights. What's the next?
I'm sure like
so
9 of those viewers are
Eivor
sleeping
is
right now,
to
bro.
finally face off against Ruid. She has her allies; they can take care of the rest of the army.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time to go one-on-one
if you ever have
against
insomnia,
Ruid in one of our boss battles.
So you have the range.
Tell me a story of Papa Eve Guillemon.
And it's worth pointing out, actually, that here what we're showing is the player going and facing off against Ruid aggressively, but we tend to always have a support a 360-degree approach in these things. So the player could have approached this a little bit more stealthily and gotten at least like a good critical hit on either Ruid or his wolf, and so you can play this a little bit more strategically if that's your playstyle.
Yeah.
So we're not only fighting Ruid here, but also his pet wolf, right?
One of my preferred strategies is to eliminate the wolf first, just focus fire on him. It takes at least one opponent out of the combat. Now Ruid will have extra abilities that come into play if you do eliminate his wolf, but I think having one opponent less in the battlefield makes for good strategy in the whole.
You could be Anubis, right?
Doesn't the apple play part?
And then Odyssey, you know, like the Cyclops.
For all your efforts, only the cold
Greek gods.
Yeah, Niflheim. Yeah, Niflheim right there.
That thing will not be met today.
Yeah,
they should be
Odin and
Wolf-kissed.
Thor and shit like that.
Made thralls, not treated as equals. We are better than this. Than all of them.
Do not drag
This must
me
be
down
Xbox
to the
gameplay.
sewage to wallow in.
Yeah, it did show the RT and the LT.
Yeah, but
You know it's not. You know it's
You
PC
throw in
gameplay.
with these wastrels.
if it was
These
on me,
arrogant
Yeah,
swine.
not
Abel, no! He should be tried before God. A lawful
Like that
assembly.
1X gameplay.
Alright, so we've defeated Ruid, we freed Oswald. What comes next?
Oswald in this case prefers for Ruid to be
We'll probably get to see Series X gameplay during that Xbox event later this
stay
week.
true to your
Oh,
nature.
so you get decisions in this game too.
So we have
Like,
this
you
choice to
decide
make,
who-
but before we get into that, I want to
kill
rewind a
him.
little bit because we just did this big
Kill him?
grand assault,
Yeah, he
but
died.
Eivor couldn't have done it alone.
What is it?
You clearly had to
So what
really
does it
go
actually
along the way,
affect
get some
the
troops, get
story
some
of
allies.
voice?
So let's actually
honestly,
rewind
it
and
does.
see
Yeah,
how we
honestly,
went about
yeah.
first gathering those troops.
Right. So
Oh, yeah, I know
when
you're talking
coming
about
up to
that.
an
Yeah,
assault,
yeah, yeah.
it's a game of numbers.
With,
Eivor can go into pretty much any location and be a stealthy Viking, eliminating some of the
Imagine that
assets,
happened
which
with this guy,
ultimately
too, like, oh,
would
you
be
didn't have
a strategy. You can do that, and you'll have some.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Some of the
Until I got
ingredients or
somebody, you don't
of
have
the
enough
assets there
badges
that
to
will have been
recruit.
sabotaged, but you still need an army. So here, what we're seeing is Eivor going around the countryside and raising what we call a fyrd, which is the men and the women of the territory who come up and fight in the name of a king. So here, Eivor is going around and trying to convince people to fight in the name of Oswald to finally take down the oppressor that is Ruid.
All right, Daniel, thank you for coming through.
Be right back.
Defend
Okay,
your
Daniel.
You not do the same.
Probably won't. He probably default.
So are we gonna raid someone?
Yeah, so
we can
he's
in a
really
bit.
using
Let's watch
like
a little bit more
the
of
image and like the leadership that Oswald had, what he meant to the people in his name. She's going to recruit these people.
Well, how do you rate this show, everyone? The men of Theovarg have their own
Trash out of
battles.
trash.
So we're told by this Reeve that there
I give
are
it a
troops, there are
5.
allies that he could add to our cause, but
Like, it
first we
was-
sort of
And
need to
I
do
give it a
him
5
favor, is
because
that
we
right?
got to see gameplay
Yeah, so
of
obviously
and
these
Watch
people
Dogs.
have been run down by
I think
Ruid
they're-
and the impact he's had on the territory, so I think a lot of these people have sort of lost hope. And so you need to show them
Yeah.
that there is
Their
hope. And
presentation
so
was
here
pretty good,
Eivor is
like their
basically
transition
helping them
not
take back
pretty
one of
good.
their prize locations by taking a couple men and raiding
in regards
a
to like hype level
nearby
and what they showed, I don't think
township,
I'll give it
basically
anything.
taking it back for the people and
Not there.
showing that there's
But
a
I'm
reason
glad
to
they
continue
showed
fighting
gameplay of
and
the
then get them on your
games that
side.
they showed
Yeah, that they announced
previously,
already.
like Valhalla and fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say
Assassin's Creed is about their only like big, well, their hype.
Yeah, bro, you have an ability called Odin's Sight.
The rest of the time is there.
I hope like the destructive environment is not just a cinematic thing. I hope there's
I hope it's like you could just do that.
When Eivor does this, obviously you have access to a full
I imagine you
suite
can probably breach
of
the wall.
abilities. So again, the improvements that we've done to the fight system. You have some brutal axe throwing in there.
Then you can choose
archery, range combat abilities in there as well. So really, again, like depending on what your playstyle is, you can customize your loadout and go in there how you wish.
If I have to give Valhalla one thing though, I'm glad they're actually giving
stealth mechanics. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, this is after Origins, so they got 'em.
Fizz, we just saw this giant pulse go out. What exactly was that?
So that is what we call the Odin sight. The Odin sight is basically our interpretation of the Eagle Vision from previous games, and we thought it was good to sort of bring that back. It's basically Eivor's intuition. It's how she perceives the world. When the player uses that, you can it'll highlight basically interactive objects, like things that will bring her an advantage. So we'll have arrows, like health consumables that are in there. So it really is like a good way of sort of understanding the world and showing you
it's way more
things
like
that you can go and touch.
Definitely more violent.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of things we can touch,
The heads
just picked
actually
up this
pop off.
awesome
Spinning
weapon.
death.
It's something we wanted to play with on Assassin's Creed
looks just like
where
freaking
we
Last
have
of Us,
fewer
bro.
weapons in the game, but you can invest in them more.
We
So
can
they
actually
become
destroy
your
windows now, but
weapon. And so depending what your preferred playstyle is or your preferred weapon type, then you can go and choose, I'm gonna fight with this weapon and invest heavily into that.
You can do that.
Not only are we looting weapons, but we see something here called the Book of Knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
They unlock skills for the player. So here you can see the Valkyrie dive that has just been unlocked. we have these spread out throughout the world. So again, to promote exploration and discovery, as you travel through the world and you explore locations, you can find these books that will add abilities that you can go and invest in, put into your loadout, then go into the different locations or the different quests in the game and use those depending on what your playstyle is.
I thought assassins.
Now we've recaptured this village. We've secured more
So
trophies.
is this like the new eagle fight?
Let's jump back now and figure out what we want to do.
Ah, they cut away from it. Oh, they're showing you the difference
rightful
between
king of East
dying,
Anglia
like,
has
if you
spared
die
your
and
life
if you
today,
live,
and so it will be.
Oh, they have choices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna show like how it changes the story.
They had an Odyssey.
Passion is a virtue suited for anyone
Well,
able.
it just affected the ending you got, like certain choices. But like
Eivor
nothing
decided to let him live. Ruud is really angry about that. Being a Norse Viking, being put to the death in battle is your road to Valhalla, so he was basically denied access to Valhalla in this situation. Obviously, all of these decisions come into play later on in the game, so we have very difficult decisions for the player to make. We didn't want to have easy decisions.
When I was playing, I decided to listen to Oswald and spare Ruud's life. But what exactly is the relationship like between Eivor and Oswald?
So the relationship between Eivor and Oswald is an alliance. It's basically Eivor is surrounded by territories that initially getting into England are hostile towards her, and obviously if you want to set up a new settlement, you want to make sure that your neighbor is friendly. So here in East Anglia, Oswald is the man for the job, where putting him into a position of power would help her sort of secure her territory.
The question is, can you bang everyone?
Earlier on to the territory, Eivor comes in here, meets Oswald. The problems he had with Ruud are sort of put to light, and
I will pick the
going through the arc, you basically help him deal with Ruud and aligning basically Danes with Saxons in one territory.
So, Fizz, we've completed the assault, we've gotten our hands dirty with some combat, taken down Ruud. We have this big open region of East Anglia, so before we head off to Oswald's wedding, what do you say we head out, have some fun, and see what we can get into in the open world?
That sounds great.
Bro, if you wanted to join too, he could have joined. Come on.
So we see a cat here with a speech bubble above it, and you best believe if you let me talk to a cat, I'm going to talk to a cat.
Yeah, these are some of our some of my favorite moments actually in the game, where we put out a whole bunch of events throughout the territory. And it sort of rewards again exploration, going around. It's a chance for us also to sort of showcase a different side of Eivor. A lot of the quests sort of deal more with like politics and warfare, and this shows a slightly more human nature to her. So it permits us to explore that character a little bit more. And so here, basically, like you're trying to help a kid with his cat, and ultimately get that cat to sort of join your crew as a cat raider.
Hey, bro, don't kick
You just said cat raider way too casually. You're telling me I can have a cat Viking raider on my longship?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Oh my god, yes, I love it. Perfect.
I mean,
oh, kitty.
So yeah, as you're riding around the rivers of England, you would see a cat basically walking around your longship, keeping your Viking raiders company.
Right back at you.
Speaking of the Viking longship, we're seeing some gameplay here now. Can you talk a little bit about how that works and functions in Valhalla?
Yeah, so starting out on this project, I think the Viking longship is one of the biggest images that we all have when we think about Vikings in our game. And so Vikings had this awesome design for longship that had a very shallow hull, so it permitted them to go very far inland very quickly, and you could basically disembark Viking raiders on pretty much any shore. We added that into the game where you could basically sail up to any location and then just decide to disembark with your guys and raid a location, loot all its treasure, get back on the ship, and then continue sailing down the river.
Like I said, don't get me wrong, I love animals, bro. But like, bro, how you gonna get mad? You know,
so I know past Assassin's Creed games allowed for songs and things like that to be sung on ships. Will Valhalla have a similar version of that?
Yeah, so this is something we actually wanted the the crew of your ship to become like your home away from home. So we added stories and songs into the ship. So basically, as the player is going around, you could decide to have your skull sort of sing a song for you as you row down the river. But you can also decide, depending on who the raiders are in your ship, to hear more about their life. So you can actually queue up stories, and they'll give you a little bit more background.
Dogs for the win, man.
You get to know your sort of fighters as you're traveling around the world, which is a cool moment.
Cats are just fucking assholes.
So here we're seeing a
No,
bit of a
they're not,
different view.
bro.
We had this on previous Assassins where you would like ride on your horse and you could pull out, have the horse sort of follow the track. We have a similar thing for the ship where you can put up your sails, it's cruise control for the ship, so you can pull back, take in the scenery, listen to some songs or some stories, and just take it all in.
William does spoil him a lot.
Yeah, they spoil him way too much.
So, speaking of Viking songs, we have an activity here that's not exactly singing, but kind of related, right?
Yeah, so here what we have is what we call flighting, which was an activity that Norse people would partake in. They would like to have a battle of wits and sort of poetry where insults would be thrown back and forth between each other.
His name is
The idea was to try a good insult, but also to have a good rhythm and a good rhyme in there.
When you live in America, right?
Basically a precursor to
when dogs when they get used to your voice, so it doesn't really matter like
here's the silver.
If you're speaking English or
Now
Spanish.
begin.
It's just
People's
they kind of get it. Like
it works for you. Is that like Mark Hamill?
To all those whom I speak,
Mark Hamill
was a clod.
Young Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
oh, they have
before
time
you get, like,
decisions. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Before you get
speaking to
in that
fools and
horrible
their
car
knowledge
crash,
is
fucking
flawed.
Well, everybody's gonna be pushing the home
How
button,
exactly
bro,
do
and looking up
you
which
go
answer's
about
the
being
right
I
answer.
know, right? Yeah, bro, I need that guy.
Trick
I need that
behind
guy.
a
Everybody
good
wants
flight
to play. I
was
was
to
like, I
choose
need the
the
full
right
guide
insult,
and how the game.
I'm gonna be
identifying
real,
the
bro. I
right
use guys for
cadence,
stuff like this. Like
and
if I want to
then
like
trying to
ending,
find
I'm like,
what
okay,
rhymed
I gotta
the
look up what to say. I want
I don't think this game is gonna have a quote-unquote true ending. I think that's what this whole appeal is.
Well, the thing is, Odyssey had one. Odyssey
I
had
see all these guys
claim
that
that
Odyssey
you
had
have
different
yeah,
they
so
take the
I don't know
time
if they will do it
to write those guides.
Like I said, I got for Odyssey, I got the second best.
Then you've clearly misheard them. My wit is immense.
Bro, I didn't
Oh, you looked
a certain
out
thing
with
that
that
happened, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, what a surprise!
Aren't they going to be going for something that's going to be subjective in regards to ending-wise? So it's not any quote-unquote best ending. It's just whatever you like.
There's some games that do that, but then there's
So now that
always
we've
people
proven
looking like,
our
okay,
sharp
there's
tongue
so
and
many
wit,
different, but what's the
I think
true
it's time
ending,
for
or
a
what's
bit
the
more
ending that
relaxing
makes more
activity. So
sense?
we're
You know,
fishing.
Yeah, that's it.
Develop like a meta.
We gave Eivor a
That's
fishing
what people
line, so you
do.
can actually throw
That's
out a
what people
line
do, bro. They
and
just
go
try to
catch
find,
and
like,
fish.
the best
This is
ending,
used
even if
basically
there is no quote-unquote true ending, you know?
to play into our new health loop, where the player will lose health in the world, and it doesn't automatically regenerate like we would have in the past. So you actually have to go out and get some supplies. So you'll find mushrooms and some food that you can gather. But here, like you can also catch some fish and consume that to regain some health. We also will sometimes have it in certain quests, so it's a good way to sort of chill out on the side of the water and just again take it all.
Or maybe they'll give you abilities to instantly heal, like in Odyssey.
Yeah.
You get the instant heal.
So this is what we call one of our offering
if it's not
altars.
fully charged, you're gonna have
So
to
the idea is that you find these around the world and you make offerings to it. So it'll take like animal parts and stuff that you can find throughout the world. Here what you're seeing though is sort of like a fancy version of it, where as you do your offering you get interrupted by some kids that basically come and steal your stuff.
Those are footsteps. Okay.
So it's just a way for us to sort of showcase that like the systems and the activities in the world can sort of play in with some quests and some little events. So it's our way to sort of dress up these moments and make it all fit inside the whole experience.
Yeah, this seemed like a really sort of unexpected
Yeah,
turn
so
for
that
what I
kind
thought
of
was
just
going to be kind of
solidifies
a
that there's
simple
going to be
interaction.
more Norse mythology.
Yeah, and it's really what we were trying to do with these
Odin
events
vision.
is to give another dimension to Eivor, other than just the pure rar Viking or the politician. Because you can imagine at some point that will grow old if you're always telling that version of the character. So it lets us really go into the depth of who is Eivor, what motivates her, how she can interact with the world outside of warfare and politics.
Your stealth needs work.
And it also showcases like a different
I'm excited,
facet of
bro.
the world at the same
looks
time. It's
good,
not
honestly.
evil,
Except
so
like
it just widens the breadth of
being
the
in the
stories that we
boat
can tell.
So who exactly are these two children?
These are kids of East Anglia. They are going through tough times with whatever Rued's been doing to the territory, and so they're just here trying to survive and
So they're showing the female instead of the
people
male character.
that are there to make offerings.
Well, when Odyssey first came out,
It was kind of nice to see that Eivor wasn't really necessarily
showing
upset at them for
Alexios
stealing, and you know, after you talk to them, you have the choice of helping them. You can, you know, give them
But
food,
Cassandra
give them
ended up
some
being
money,
Cassandra's
or
actual
you know, maybe
actual
just say,
canon,
"Hey, good luck,
story.
on your way."
Yeah, and then this
So
is
I'm
something we
guessing
also wanted
maybe
to
the
do a
male
lot.
is
Like,
the
so here
canon,
we're
but
doing
the
an event, we're doing
female
an quest as
is
well, but we want to give a lot of this agency into players' hands so that they can sort of shape Eivor a little bit, who she is, so it represents them a little bit more, and they can roleplay that a little bit better. And again, it just gives her like a little bit more humanity in these moments.
Watch child. Provide for small walkers.
Here, large walker.
A necklace.
Yes, it's a St. Martin seal.
I mean, bro, she is a
Welcome here
tank, so.
anytime, large walker. You're one of us now. Visit us,
Tall,
okay?
tall and cool.
You're one of us. Take care now.
She like
Small
6'6".
I'm not even that tall, bro. Relax.
Bro, 6'3" is pretty tall.
So
Six
maybe
foot
PC
is
veterans
like
might recognize
normal
this
height
here,
nowadays,
but
bro.
what exactly is
Like,
Eivor chasing
teenagers
down?
like 12.
Yeah, so here you're seeing Eivor running down one of her tattoo images. So this is challenging the player on free run abilities, but also for fans of the series, sort of pulling at their heartstrings for some beloved features.
Okay.
So
are we going to be able to
follow the
tattoo
music
Eivor?
notes?
Yes.
Oh, you get tattoos
By collecting
too?
these tattoos, you actually bring them back to your settlement, and then you can
Not gonna
customize
lie,
different
it
body
gets Witcher
parts,
3
having different
vibes.
tattoos everywhere. So again, another form of
I mean, people say
expression,
Witcher 3 vibes.
and it's sort of to represent that Viking
Bro,
culture.
I don't know, man. I would play Witcher 3 like for an hour.
Fizz,
Witcher
one of my
3 is
favorite
really
things
good,
when I was just out
honestly.
there exploring East Anglia
I still
was
need to
coming upon a
play this.
house
You said
or
that
a
about
building
Shadow of the Colossus,
and realizing
bro?
that there was a
Like,
chest
you
inside,
didn't
but
say
that
that.
there was no easy way in.
Played?
In this case,
I did, I played
saw
it.
all the doors were barred,
You
but I
didn't enjoy
knew
it?
that because there was a chest
I
in there, there
enjoyed
must
it, bro.
have been
The
some way
controls
to
are
get inside.
ass, dude.
So
It was a
I went around the
PS2
back.
game,
Yeah, but
you know,
that was the
found a
biggest
way
knock
in.
from it I was seeing earlier.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually caught on to that. You're pointing at something that we wanted to work on a
Yeah,
lot on
that's kinda
Valhalla,
cool.
where
inside the
we
building.
wanted the
you shut the
exploration
lock
to
and
make you
or, like,
feel
the
smarter.
Like
So
the ideal of
played
that
a lot
game
with
is
puzzle
like it
solving,
was
so
only the
making sure
Colossuses
that
that you were fighting.
every
like,
house that you
had to
find sort
search
of
for 'em,
appeals
yeah,
you, like it draws your attention,
fight and everything.
and then when
Like, I
you want
always
to come
loved
and
that
explore,
idea.
it's not
I'm
given to you. You
finding
still
out how
have
to
to work
beat
for
the
it a little bit, so
monsters is,
it'll
like, how you
challenge you on
climb
your
and
observation
what you can
skills,
actually enter 'em at,
logic,
like,
just
it's
trying to
always
find
interesting.
how
I
do I
always
get into
loved
this.
that, bro.
So we play a lot with level design, quest design,
It's a good game,
to offer
though. I
challenges
might
to
keep-
players, and you
You
basically
should
come out of it
continue
like
playing it,
with a
bro.
better
It's a lot of
feeling
fun,
for the
honestly.
I might stream it
exploration,
'cause, like I
but you
said, I
also
want-
get to see
Well, Mike, I don't
more
know
of a
if
story
you
behind
play
these
Bangladesh
locations,
stream,
which we've
bro.
crafted.
Like,
So it
just
gave us a
straight
little
What
more
did you
time
play?
to sort of slow down the experience and tell a
you played,
different version
that's
of a
what you
story.
played today. Okay.
It could be worse. You could be using Jay's Super Metroid.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Jay
gameplay.
played good in the beginning, bro, and then he started getting pissed
Poor
off.
victim of someone's fury.
When everyone left last night, bro, he
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus,
speaking
what
about
happened?
exploration and just finding things out in the world,
Probably
I was
rotting.
just wandering and came across this clearing and found this
Degradation
kind of
and
morbid
decay,
altar.
bro.
Yeah, so this is one of our bigger events that we have
So
scattered in the world.
I got
so
off
as
like
Eivor
after
explores,
JB played. Did he
she can
get any further, or did he stop
find
playing?
altars
Yeah, he
like
played a little
this,
bit further and he started getting pissed off.
by interacting
dying
with
in the
them.
lava.
Here, it's a trap that's been set by this character named
getting into the
Regan.
lava.
Now, there's a bigger story behind all this. There's multiple steps to it later on. So this is one of the moments. It permits us to go into a slightly more mystical realm and play with a boss fight that has more magical abilities, if we will. And basically have this awesome boss fight in the middle of the swamps.
She was like, oh damn, she the flash.
And so here the abilities that you
So it
see
must be like
Reagan
when you
using
make these
are a
hallucinations
little bit on the
from-
mystical side of
Yeah.
things.
Oh,
What's
that's how
happening
they
is
look
Amy
good.
at the beginning of that trap is poison, and so she starts sort of hallucinating, seeing the world in a sort of different light and filter. And so that's sort of what lets us go into this
That kind of part
realm of
reminds
the
me of
weird.
like
This is dope.
Hellblade.
Yeah, like the psychotic shit.
Yeah, it's like kind of like Hellblade.
Is that like a stun meter?
Yeah, there might be a stun meter, like a parry, like you break them.
Yeah, and then they'll be like paralyzed.
Dang, this thing served like no chance, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like, you would think they would show like a boss that was kind of whooping ass, bro. But I'm like,
oh, as soon as you said that,
oh yeah,
no, whooping ass.
Yeah, bro. That's what I want to see, bro. I don't want to be a no hit.
Damn, never mind, bro. Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
So we just saw here
bro,
that
the execution animation, like the finish.
The Daughters of Miriam.
Yeah, that's correct. By finding the other daughters, you'll get a little bit more backstory on who they are, so we don't want to spoil that too much.
Yeah.
But it creates like a sort of greater story that is not on the main path in any way, but it is still very rich and adds to the lore of this world and actually plays into history.
Like a break meter.
So we just had a really exciting, really intense boss battle.
I wonder if there's.
I think it's time for something a little bit more relaxing and calming now.
Yeah, it's all about pacing yourself at the highs and the lows. So here we have a low chill moment of what we call building a cairn. So Eivor, as she explores the world, will find these sort of meditative areas where you have a pile of rocks that you could just stack on one another, on top of another using physics.
So I mean, like, so Assassin's Creed,
the ultimate goal is to try and get the highest pile of rocks, but really it's about taking in the sights, relaxing, taking a step back, and just building something.
You might get like the best armor.
Oh yeah.
If you do like, you know how you was fighting the witches, the sisters.
Yeah.
You get the weapons. You know what I mean? You get special weapons. Stuff like that.
Stack the cairnstones high and wide into
So maybe if you do all this, you might get like,
you can spend as much time as you want.
Oh, you have to keep it
as
steady.
you want, as weird as you want. I'm sure like a lot of these stuff will end up on
it's like John
structures. And the cool thing is that once you've built it and you decide to get out of it, it sort of stays there, and so that's yours, right? And until the moment where you come back and you want to build a new one, it's sort of cool that we were able to give that to players to express themselves.
At this point in the demo, we've explored East Anglia, we've met some children, we've broken into a house, we fought a boss, we built a cairn. I think now it's finally time to go and head off to Oswald's wedding.
Yeah, so this is the moment it's all been building up to. By the moment you get into the
they're gonna do an assassination,
sort of like mentioned by Oswald,
that
he's trying to get married with his Dane lady. And so as you go through the arc, that's sort of like the underlying thread. Really, it's about Rued creating turmoil in the territory and helping Oswald sort of get above that and show that he's a good leader. And so
I don't know why you guys just think of
after going through all of that arc, finally get these two together.
Maybe they like chilling with us,
their wedding.
Yeah,
they're invited to attend the ceremony. That was all the activities.
That was more knock at Ubisoft than at us, bro.
Yeah, as much as we've seen the brutal side of England, we get to see the joyous side of it as well.
Oh yeah, the podcast.
Yeah, and it's something we really wanted to play on in Valhalla, where being a Viking is not only about being a raider or a warrior. I mean, there's revelry, there's feasting, there's partying that goes, and like if someone knows how to party, it's a Viking. Too? And so here, this is one of our opportunities to sort of show that, show what a sort of Viking gathering is. And what's cool here is it's a good alliance of Norse culture with Saxon culture.
They would
sort of
get drunk
smashing
you gotta like, you gotta do something afterwards. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, what's a wedding without some drunk archery?
Oh, that's kind of funny, brother.
Yeah, so like, anything can happen in a Viking event.
So I'm assuming like stuff like this is not
in just get drunk and shoot some arrows.
Yeah, this I never played this. And then never saw that.
Barely a challenge.
I mean, I know Unity had some like.
And ready yourself for the wedding race.
Yeah, you could drink, but there was no mini games.
My king.
Probably some harder ones later where you just literally oh shit, that dude got stabbed.
So here we see the decision I made to spare Rued.
Oh, you spared him so he comes back.
Oh, it comes back.
Yep,
to bite.
that's the decision you made. Coming back. So as we said before, all of your decisions have consequences.
I know, right?
This is a big one.
That's like spoilers.
I'm gonna kill him, bro.
This is probably like really early in the game.
Yeah, this is
I accept
Well,
they're gonna fight.
They actually
You're
so
basically
if you
presented
let him
with the
live,
option to
Oswald
step
let
in
me
for
fight.
Oswald, fight the fight
Yeah,
for
fuck
him,
yeah, I wanna
or
fight.
let him
Bro, I'm
go
for this
and
game.
fight his own fight.
Wait, dude.
Yeah, you know, personally, I chose to fight myself because I thought Eivor is the type of
one of
person
my
who likes to
biggest
finish where
issues,
she started.
obviously, is the choices
And a
didn't
dead
matter
king
too
cannot
much.
keep
Hopefully
his
the
own.
next thing counters come up.
Let me
before
finish this.
This game comes out, so I
Before
can
the
probably
game
pick
comes
this up. Yeah, this is like my
Oswald,
launch
you
title.
gutless Arya swine! I'll slay the wolf-kissed, then hang you with your own tongue.
So you gotta fight him again.
How does this encounter with Ruid differ from
Oh, maybe
our
you get
previous
something
fight?
like you get a
So
better
at this
weapon.
point, you've
Maybe you
eliminated
get
his wolf,
weapon
so
if
it's
he's
just
stronger.
Maybe
him.
his sword.
And so
Yeah, this big-ass
he's
sword, bro.
angry at
My-
this point,
my great
and so
sword.
he will start using
big
his
great sword.
Shit, I might have
big
to
gun
spare
abilities
one. I
like
have to get that sword.
fairly early on in the
Stop on
fight.
his fucking head, stop on
So
that motherfucker.
it's
Damn, stop
way
on
more
his back,
vicious,
bro.
way faster.
How's he
So, like, half his health
There's
was
less
disappearing.
strategy. He goes literally swords blazing at you. And so this is a Frame fight rate to a the bit death. there.
Someone with like nice spoilers, Ubisoft.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, he's hitting you with the hilt of the blade too. It's kind of like smack. Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma knows a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Jump. Ooh.
And of course here, like this is a
shit.
decision you made to go and fight him,
Oh,
but
cutscene,
there's
okay.
multiple outcomes to this scenario. You could have let Oswald fight his own fight,
is he already dead already?
and prove
Damn.
basically
Yeah,
his
bro.
station
That was
as the rightful leader. If you had eliminated
Unless, like, this
Rued,
dev
obviously
version
this
is
would
just
not have happened. It
overpowered,
would have been a slightly
Yeah.
more joyous
Just
occasion.
easier
But ultimately, in all
bodied
scenarios, you
everything,
still have
bro.
a
Bro,
fight with Oswald. He's proven to
They
be
do that so they don't look bad.
the right leader for this
Yeah.
territory.
Oh shit. Like the developers
and to be a
own
good
the game.
ally.
Someone was like difficulty very easy.
I promised you an alliance. Now you have it.
Yeah, like that dude went down.
Yo, what's
One
up,
day I
Daniel?
will need
Welcome
you
back.
to make good on that
What's up,
alliance.
Nate? We're still watching Assassin's Creed gameplay.
We're about to take off from the wedding, but Eivor decides it's a good idea to check up on her friend.
Or are they gonna show if
Yeah,
he's,
so
like,
Finner is probably one of the more recurring characters in this arc. You get to meet him very often. said, like, He's a maybe very now you endearing could let him character. fight for you.
Yeah,
Sort
so
of
I'm wondering, like,
used to have a Viking life,
Maybe
sort of
he can
misses it,
find something.
and going through all these adventures together is sort of like lights that fire back, and so he's willing
I
to
don't know, man,
join
I'm
you in
excited
your
to
raiders.
see it.
So
I
he's
like
one of
the
many
fact-
raiders that you'll encounter in the game, and you
getting
can
it.
sort
Like,
of
it looks
recruit,
like
bring
me,
back
yeah.
home, and then have them sort of join you
This
on
looks
your
like a
adventures
more
on
refined version
the
of Odyssey.
long ship. He can tell you these
And
stories
I'm
that we're
blessed
telling you about.
behind
You
Origins.
get
I mean,
to know a little bit
every
more about him.
fucking
So again, it's a fun way to sort of discover more about these characters that you meet and bring them along for
Yeah,
adventures.
Quote, should
that's
be
a
together.
given, right?
Should be. Keyword should be.
I wish they showed the map. I want to see
Well,
the,
folks,
how big
we've come to the end of our Assassin's Creed Valhalla playthrough. Fizz, thank you so
Okay,
much
done,
for joining
yeah.
us. When and where can people play it?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla
Okay,
will be
so
out
it
on
is the
Xbox
regular
Series
season.
X and PlayStation 5, and is coming to Oh, they brought Xbox this One, back. PlayStation
Yeah.
4,
They always
PC,
gotta have
and
this.
Stadia on November 17th.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
the
it's coming
frame
to both games. Okay.
Yeah, both games.
Yes, we're gonna come to both.
So it's kind of weird that they said that they didn't announce the
Thanks to our PC. Oh, up next time.
next.
Skip. All right, everybody.
They didn't announce the next gen versions though.
Yep.
But all right, guys.
Oh, why is it over? What's going on?
Damn.
All right. Shout outs to the 10 viewers. Thank you guys for sticking around.
Thanks for coming.
Shout outs.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, guys.
I was hoping they show something new, but they did show gameplay of some games that we were kind of curious to see how it would play like. You know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We're definitely.
I still say a 6 because how they did the presentation. It was kind of
Yeah.
good, like transition effects, and then showing gameplay for Valhalla.
Yes.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
thing to
And
me.
Watch Dogs. It was still trash, but it was better. It was better than Xbox's event 2 months ago.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that replay,
It
go
was
watch it.
it was boring, but
I mean, I'll
well
take
done.
your word for it, bro, but this one was also trash.
I'll also say that this is also a 0 out of 10 because I didn't get to see.
Stay in the K3.
Stay in the K3. They better show some fire. Stay in the K3.
Hey, bro, hopefully that's during the Xbox event, bro. I'm excited.
Oh, facts,
Just
bro.
for that, just for that reaction alone,
Bro.
Stick around. Let's go raid somebody.
Yeah.
Also, Disrespected Podcast, 5 p.m. PT.
Yeah.
Yes, please come join us for that.
Yep.
Some topics we'll be going over.
Are we
Ninja.
doing bigger, or are we doing high viewer count or low viewer count?
Who we doing?
We can do anything since shit. I don't. Anyone got someone on their list?
Let me see.
I see.
Sonny's playing. Sonny's streaming right now.
Sonny's streaming the same thing though. I don't want to
that's
rate
true.
him.
You want to rate someone else?
And then he'll be done, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody, oh, that's the Siri's playing the game that you play, Tyner. Odin Sphere, Latosphere, or whatever.
Oh shit! Pop no tarts.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I love Siri. Siri's the homie.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go rate
let's
Siri.
do that.
All right, it's Pop No Tarts.
Yeah, I got her.
Yeah.
Pop no tarts. Start rate.
Hey, much love. We will see y'all in a few hours for the podcast.
Stick around.
Get ready for the smoke.
Check out
out
Pop No Tarts. She's a great streamer.
We want the smoke.
And yeah, join us tonight.
She's very educated on a lot of things, so don't come at her left. I'm just telling you right now.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right.
Thank you again, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
Dedicate 3.
Memes.
Dedicate 3. Like, oh shit.
Alright, are we offline?
Yeah.
Alright.